In this video, I will show you how to complete the buried Easter egg solo, as well as the requirements for completing the super Easter egg. Timestamps are in the description. To start, this is only available on the Plutonium version of Black Ops 2. You need to download a mod and the link will be in the description, and so are the directions on how to install it. As of this video, there is only a mod for the Richtofen side, and if a Maxis side mod is made, I will make another video for that. You can enable cheats if you'd like for some of the more annoying steps later on in the game. To start, some requirements for various steps of the Easter egg are the Galvanuckles, Paralyzer, and the Time Bomb, so get those when possible. So the first step is to build the guillotine. The 4 parts are as follows. The satellite dish is on the balcony of the saloon. The crystal is in the caves across from this red orb. The spool of wire is in the room next to the chalk drawings, and the antenna is in the barn in this haystack. Once all 4 parts are on the guillotine, we now need the paralyzer. The paralyzer needs to be shot at 4 red orbs around the map until they chime and glow white. The 4 orb locations are in this corner between the saloon and candy store, in the tunnel area opposite where we got the crystal, to the left of the church, and finally behind the witch's house right before the return path. Next, there will be a lantern floating around the town. Cook and throw a grenade at it and it should drop down to the floor. Pick it up quickly. Once you picked up the lantern, head into the witch's mansion and kill the witches nearby. You should hear a chime every time you kill one. If you get enough witch kills, Richtofen will speak to you. If you aren't playing a Stuhlinger, and if you get at least 3 witch kills and you don't hear any more chimes, it's safe to say you did it right. Head to the roof of the gunsmith and there will be a purple lantern symbol. Craft on the lantern and on the wall will be 3 codes. The codes correspond with signs in the mine shaft. Using either the Galvanuckles or the Bowie knife, you need to melee the 3 signs that your code gave you. You can do them in any order. Here is the key for the codes for you on screen. You can melee them in any order, but before you melee the 3rd sign, make sure you have Vulture Aid. Once you hit the 3rd sign, a wisp will spawn in. The wisp will teleport to various areas around the map. You need to get close to the wisp in a short amount of time. If you take too long, it will disappear. If you fail, just hit the 3 signs again. Basically, just follow the wisp until it gets to the guillotine. Now there will be wisp zombies. You need to kill the wisp zombies near the guillotine 5 times. Once the 5th one is killed, this is where you need the time bomb. So how this step works is that you need to place a time bomb on the guillotine table and trigger it while standing next to it. Triggering it will send you to round infinity and the zombies can't be killed here. If you want, you can turn on God mode. I don't blame you. So make sure you have the paralyzer out so if zombies surround you or block away, you can just fly over them. So you need to find a switch around the map. The switch is hidden in one of 4 bodies of the Victus characters. And there are many spawns for the bodies, so here's the route I recommend to get pretty much every body in one go. So right next to the guillotine there is one, on the wall next to the gunsmith there is a body, then go back between the saloon and candy store, there's a body here, run down this hallway and there can be a body here, then down next to this big rock there is a body, head into the church area, look near the church's crafting bench, if there is a body go search it, but if not just head left and there can be a body here next to the fence. Then paralyzer over the fence and avoid the zombies, then fly over this larger barrier. Near these boxes is a body, then over by Arthur's cell in the grass there is a body, then finally take the hallway down to the gunsmith and there can be a body on the left wall, kinda in the grass. Then finally take a right into the NAVCARD parts area and the final body can be here. Hopefully you get lucky and get the switch in one of your first few bodies, but you might have to check all 4. Unfortunately, if you fail or don't find the switch, you just need to wait for a max ammo to try again. If you find the switch, craft it on the guillotine. Now for this next step, we need to go to the maze. There are 4 colored levers on the closable doors in the maze. This step is going to be a process of elimination. If you find multiple switches next to each other, save those for last. You need to hit the switches in the correct order. There is a red, green, yellow, and blue switch. If a switch is hit in the correct order, it will spark once all 4 are hit. So if you hit green, blue, red, yellow, and then the green and blue levers spark, that means green is your first and blue is your second confirmed switch. So you want to focus on looking for your final correct switch. So in my game, blue was confirmed my last switch. Then I just ran through process of elimination from there. So I tried every combination with green as my first switch, then yellow as my first switch, and then red. My final order was red, green, yellow, blue. So if you did it right, you will hear a sound. Finally comes Sharpshooter. Now, with this solo mod, you don't need to hit any targets, but if you want to practice for fun, you can. You just need to interact with this fountain, and after a minute or so, you'll receive all perks. Finally, the NAVCARD. Grab the NAVCARD from Die Rise. It is located in this broken table near the PDW wall buy. The NAVCARD parts are to the right when facing the gunsmith. You will need to use Arthur to break open that area, or you can maneuver through the barn if you'd like. You need Arthur to also break this fountain and then use the explosives to break the central maze fountain. If done correctly, there should be a yellow portal in the maze fountain. This will teleport you back up to the spawn room. In this corner is where you can build the NAVCARD table. Every part except the 115 rock is in this barn area I showed earlier, but the 115 rock is right next to where the table is built. So insert your Die Rise card in the table, and then if you did all 3 maps, you can now enable the endgame. Head to the courthouse and there should be 3 white lights and 3 blue lights. And if you get close enough to the panel, it should reveal a button. Press the button for the Richtofen ending of the Victus story.